Now we should be
Bam.
live on both. So, all right. Hello, Idiots on Parade, the Too Ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. My name's Nathan Timmel. I am a stand-up comedian in Iowa City. With me, as always, is Jake Vevra, stand-up comedian in New York City. Hello, Jake.
How's it going?
All is well here. I liked how I did that. That was very fake radio, like, all right, we're live, Idiots on Parade. It sounded very
Right.
I've said it so many times, it just comes out so rehearsed, but
It's good. It's good.
All right, TikTok. I'm looking at you right now as I talk because Jake and I have had experiences, not negative, but we're trying to figure TikTok out. Rich is here on YouTube. Hi, Rich. Jake, we've received some suggestions from TikTok. We've got two of them. Number one, with the live cast we did, I chopped it up and posted little bits, little hooks to try and get... Your comment rate is lower than average, which may be due to the controversial nature of the content. Consider creating a poll to encourage engagements. To boost likes, try adding a comedic twist or a lighthearted caption to your video, as this could improve. So, the comedy portion of the entire comedy, where you were suggesting that you were going to give your kid Tylenol so that he'd get a good job and be autistic, maybe you should do that in a comedic way. Maybe you should tell people that when you say you're going to give your kid Tylenol as a joke, that it's a joke. We need to turn this comedy podcast. We need to give this comedy podcast a comedic twist, according to TikTok. People are taking us seriously.
I've been heckled on stage. I've been heckled in comments. I've been heckled walking down the street. I've never been heckled by AI on TikTok. This is crazy. It stings so much more when it comes from a fucking robot. All they know is ones and zeros, and they're like, according to all the information in the world, which I have at my fingertips, this shit is not funny. But screw you, robot. I am John Connor. I will take you out.
Oh, well, that's almost that. Getting heckled by AI is almost as bad as the other comment we got from TikTok, which is the video got flagged for sex and nudity. This post contains sex and nudity as described in our content. Now, this was last week. This is where I was wearing the hoodie. This is not from the week before. No, 2 weeks ago, where I had the man tits going on. So they can't even say, hey, that boy that's transitioning there, his titties are showing through his shirt. No. This is one where I did not have man tits. Now, we won the appeal. Good news, I did appeal and say I don't think we have any nudity or sex in our podcast. But two ugly talking heads, the AI that thinks we're not funny also thinks we're naked.
Yeah, to be fair, since I've been going bald, my head does kind of look like a sad, uncircumcised dick. So I think that one's on me as well.
That could be. But so this week we're going to try and...
wrong, but I get it.
Yes. Well, this week we're going to try and be funny, and we're not going to... No nudity. Even Sophie and Ken say no nudity or sex. So we're not going to show... wait, oh, no, sorry, I take that back. Sophie Ken is leaving because we're not showing nudity. Sophie and Ken wants nudity. But yeah, so...
TikTok would call it cock tease now.
Yes. All right, let's jump into the news now that we've taken time to talk about how TikTok is botching things. But I didn't even send you the link to the biggest story of the week. We can get into the little ones. The biggest one, you obviously know. I didn't need to send you any news links. Jake, my God, America is in ruins. Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. I think we should just end the podcast. We should give up on life. I think we should... I don't know, go in the corner, sit in the fetal position. What do you think, Pat? What do you think? This is the biggest controversy since Obama wore a tan suit.
I agree. I agree with all the haters. It's the greatest. It's the most shocking and disturbing thing in a Super Bowl halftime show since Janet Jackson had her titty out for a quarter of a second. And I think that Bad Bunny should be deported to Puerto Rico for this. That's what I think.
That my favorite is the people saying that there's a great post going around. Someone said, "Oh, they're booking a foreigner for the the most
The
American.
people that are saying that shit, like not being funny or whatever.
Right. But I saw a great response that, they're booking a foreigner for the greatest American event of all time. And someone wrote, the Rolling Stones, not American. The Who, not American. U2, not American. Bad Bunny, U.S. citizen. Yeah, I mean, it's just like
Puerto Rico's part of the U.S.
It's really, but I did actually send you a link. I forgot it wasn't. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Former racer Danica Patrick slams NFL for hiring Bad Bunny for Super Bowl. No songs in English should not be allowed. Is this really what we're worried about now? Okay, I get it. When the complaint is customer service and you need help and you can't figure out it's just music. I mean, music is music. I've listened to K-pop, dude. I don't need to understand the words sometimes. If it's got what the kids call kick and melody, good backbeat, I'm in. I don't know anything about Bad Bunny. I know he was in the movie Bullet Train. I discovered that on accident yesterday.
Oh, you was in Happy Gilmore too.
I haven't seen Happy Gilmore 1. I don't have. Yeah.
What? You've never seen any of the? You do the most bizarre, obscure references from the 1980s or whatever. You never saw Happy Gilmore?
I never got around to it.
Man,
I'll tell you this: I've never seen Top Gun.
Really?
That one's on principle. Like, I didn't see it, and then it got to the point where I got so many reactions. Like, this was years ago. They're like, "Oh, have you never seen?" And I'm like, you know what? I've seen Maverick. I went to see Maverick Top Gun 2 in the theater.
So you saw Top Gun 2, but not Top Gun 1.
I am holding firm on Top Gun 1. I've decided. I got so many people saying, "How have you never fucking seen that movie?" That I'm like, you know what? I'm just never gonna see it.
I showed my wife Top Gun 1 when 2 came out, and even it still holds up, man. And even she was saying, like, this is a pretty good movie, man. Like, it's cheesy, it's a cheesy 80s action movie, but it's great. And I don't really know that much about flying, because like I was in the Army, but I was a ground guy, but
Grunt, I believe you were.
What's up?
Grunt. I believe you were a grunt.
That's right. 11 Bravo, go infantry. But so a friend of mine who is a pilot, he was telling me that the original Top Gun, he was like, dude, when they do those kinds of trainings and stuff, like with the fighter jets and all that, they're doing them like miles up in the air. You wouldn't see the ground. It's just that on camera, it doesn't look as cool just having a jet and clouds. You kind of need the ground so you can see how fast it's going. So they have them doing that shit way closer to the ground than they do any of it.
Well, I'll tell you this. 2 things I love, Tom Cruise and Tony Scott. People have a thing against Tom Cruise because of his religion. I don't. He's one of my favorite actors. He puts out consistently great movies. Not the last 2 Mission Impossibles, both Dead Reckoning and Final Reckoning. I haven't. It just shit.
I mean, dude, the franchises where we're going to do 17 in the same movie. I mean, how long can you really do that? And,
3 and 4 are the best 2. 5 and 6 are fine, but so I love both the director and Tom. I just not getting around to it. But anyway, back to the thing. Here's what I want to know. So Bad Bunny was in Bullet Train. I'm just I saw a picture of him. I didn't know who he was. And I'm like, that guy looks wait, is he? And so I Googled and I'm like, oh, he's the wolf in Bullet Train. I do like him as an actor.
The Spanish hitman, right?
Yeah. Well, the groom. The groom that lost his Yeah.
He was great.
So yeah, I like him as an actor. I don't know anything about him, but I normally what I do, and I put out a video saying this, if I don't like a musical act in halftime, I'll just mute the TV. I don't complain or cry or throw shit. I'm actively going to leave my TV unmuted. I want to see what all the crybabies are angry about. I'm going to give it the ratings, and I'm going to give it a shot because I don't care. Like this. I'm watching football for football. There are 2. Here's what people don't understand. The Super Bowl is about 2 audiences. They have the football audience that during halftime ratings always dipped. They went and got a beer run or went by. So they have the halftime audience, which is a different demographic. They're trying to pull in worldwide Latino. They're trying to pull in young. They're trying to pull in not necessarily football fans. I get it. I don't like it all the time. I didn't like Rihanna. I didn't like Shakira. I didn't like J-Lo. But it's not for me. I get that. I would love if they booked Metallica. I haven't liked Metallica since the Black Album, and even half of that. But like, they're not booking the band for the Super Bowl. So stop fucking crying about it.
If the Detroit Lions make it to the Super Bowl this year, I do not care who the musical guest could be. It could be Kid Rock, Nickelback, and the Ghost of Mussolini. I will still watch it and like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, this isn't my favorite song, but like,
yeah,
Lions are playing, man.
So I have a question for you, Jake, and the comments. We haven't been getting to the comments, but Nathan is a man crush. I like him as an actor. He's good. Here's a good one. Bad Bunny is now Roger Rabbit. No Roger. Bad Bunny and I know there's a Roger Rabbit joke in there. Here's a question for both the comments. TikTok, you can chime in. We never see your comments because Ruby joins and then people drop off really fast. Like, who are these two fuckheads on TikTok? Danica Patrick. Did she? Did Aaron Rodgers dump Danica Patrick because she is such a horrible, insane person? Or, because I never read about her before she started saying, did she go insane because Aaron Rodgers dumped her? Because once Aaron Rodgers dumped her, suddenly she came out and was like, he went to Bernie Sanders rallies with Olivia Munn. He likes RFK, but he loved Obama, and she comes out as like full-throated MAGA, full-throated. So did she do that overreaction thing? Like, well, he stands for this, fuck him, fuck everything about him, I'm going full hardcore insane cunt, right. Or was she just a bad person and he dumped her? I'm curious.
Here's the thing, and I think Aaron Rodgers would agree with me on this one. I think she went crazy after she took the booster shot. Yeah, that's right. I think she was totally normal before she took the booster. Aaron Rodgers watched what the booster shot did to her, and he said, no more. I've got to put my foot down and not let anyone get Danica Patrick again.
Ultra says he dumped Olivia Munn for that reason. But here's the thing. Danica Patrick's not unattractive. But Olivia Munn, fucking hot. I mean, you put up with a lot of crazy for that hot. Is what I say.
I don't know, Danica Patrick looks pretty good, man.
She's good. But Olivia Munn was. Here we go. Snork, the pilot advisor.
I would let her spout crazy conspiracy theories to me all night. I wouldn't give a shit.
The pilot advisor for Top Gun was from my school and was a real Top Gun trainer. They did swallow the burp. They tried to make it look real and good, and that was the nice thing about Maverick. Is they put him in the planes. There was CGI. A lot of people said, "Oh, they did it all practical effects." There was CGI, but they did as much practical as possible to make it fun.
Yeah, it looked great. We got somebody who met her, apparently.
Oh, hold on. At the Iowa Speedway, she was rude to the fans from what I had seen. Danica? Oh, that makes sense.
I wonder if that was before or after she took the booster shot, man. I still think it's this damn booster shot. Make it Danica
after she got damp. What did she do to her face, though? Attack it? Who? Danica or Olivia? I'm curious because Danica always seemed, she gave normal interviews. She seemed like, or maybe she was holding her insane in check while she was a racer because, you have to have an image. And then once she retired, she doesn't have to worry and she can just, say whatever fucking she wants because she doesn't have to worry about Q factor anymore.
Oh, Leadhead said it was before she took the booster shot. Interesting. It's putting a damper on my.
I think he's talking about Rogers. But what did Olivia do to her face? I know she had double mastectomy. She had breast cancer. That's horrible. But that's a nice thing about being rich is you can get a double mastectomy and then get the best replacement boobs in the world. You're not like anyone else. But Olivia is still very attractive from what I've seen.
Yeah, plastic surgery's come a long way, man. You seen Kris Jenner lately? Holy shit.
Yeah. I have.
She looks like Kourtney Kardashian or Kim Kardashian.
She I want to know how she looks
in her 60s.
Up close because I mean she definitely doesn't look like Joan Rivers at the end, or any.
Well, right, but again, Joan Rivers was getting that 20, 30 years ago, and it's come along. Look at the breast implants, man. I mean, those have come a long way since they started doing them in the 90s or whatever.
This has nothing to do with anything. Terry Nunn from Berlin sang the Top Gun song was going to the original Princess Leia. I didn't know that, but did you know that Top Gun song helped break up Berlin? Because they didn't write it. They were given the song, kind of like how the Breakfast Club song, I'm drawing a blank on who sang it. Someone approached them and said, hey, you're the band, we want to sing this song. And so they didn't
like Sinead O'Connor with Nothing Compares to You.
Well, she chose to do that cover, but they chose to do it. But they say, hey, Berlin, we've got this movie coming out. We want you to sing it. And they did. They're like, oh, okay, we'll take. And then it became their biggest hit. And they're sort of like, fuck, we're known for a song we didn't even write. We're not getting the royalties for the song. They would go play it live. It made them big.
Yeah.
But they didn't really have a follow up. They didn't, like they weren't able to. Because if you know anything about Berlin, that's their only like real hit pop song. They had other they were just sort of like indie art, and if you like the commercial song, you're not going to like their indie stuff. But yeah, it sort of fucked them up. They got popular for something that was out of their wheelhouse.
Yeah, I mean, it's too bad.
Well,
I still think it's a glasses half full kind of problem, though, right?
Yeah, it is. Look at pictures of when she was on G4 now. That was over 20 years ago. She's going to look different. It's called aging. Did she have plastic surgery? I don't know.
Right. I mean, 20 years. That's a long time, man.
She was on the Daily Show in the 2000 to 2010, somewhere in there. So yeah, of course she's going to look different. All right. So did we solve the world's problems when it comes to Bad Bunny? I'm going to watch it. I'm going to leave the volume up. Did we figure that one out?
I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna leave the volume up, but I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna get the translations, and I'm gonna sing loudly over them in English while I eat freedom fries.
Oh, okay. Good call. But you just gave me the segue to the next one. Okay, I need to type. I need to make a comment. Oh shit, I can't touch the mic because it'll unhook. Everybody, TikTok, I can't comment on you, so I don't know how you're gonna get this. Live. Okay, so I'm going to type. Let's see. What you need to do after the, there we go, Livin' Self-Discovery Companion. It's an app. I stumbled across an ad on Facebook. I'm going to play it, and so I have my everything muted when I'm on Facebook, so videos just play. And it had captions, and so I'm reading the captions. First of all, the ad is animated. It looks like Simpsons-style animation, just enough to where they won't get sued. But right off the back, this is how unrecognized masturbation addiction looks in men. I'm like, oh, I'm watching. This is okay. What is this about? And so that's the first. Come on, get past that. There we go. Using masturbation as a way to cope with stress or boredom. All right, great. And it's got a guy that he's sad, feeling drained, guilty, or unproductive afterward. I wish I could play this for you because the guy standing in the shower, just sad, losing interest in real connections and intimacy.
If you hit present, right? I think you can do it. Share screen. Yeah, dude, hit share, hit present, and then hit share screen.
Oh, I have to go through a series of settings. I can do it for next time. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it next time.
Okay, so here's the whole thing. Every word I just said, it's actually a song. Like I said, I'm reading these. I'm reading, and I think someone in the comments said, oh my God, this is the best song I've ever heard. And I'm like, wait, what song? And so all those lyrics I just read, they are music like, and I'm not even going to do it justice, but like, masturbation in men, feeling lonely and drained. And I'm like, oh my God. And it just goes through these lyrics and it's an app. So it's an ad for an app to help you self-control your masturbation. Livin' Self-Discovery Companion. It's supposed to help you, every time you want to touch yourself, you get on the app, and I guess it's like your AA sponsor for touching. But I can't do it justice. I'm going to look into screen sharing for next time because I'll play it.
So the guy just made me want to masturbate more. I don't know what it's about me that dude's my thing.
It's the best, and I don't know how it ended up in my feed. I want to know what I clicked to get that to happen.
Well, I can tell you certain sites that might make the robots who also think we're not funny think that you're masturbating too much. I think they've been following certain sites you've been clicking on, man.
That could be it. All right, so
your cookies after you go to certain places.
Oh, all right. So I just went through, and I was gonna do the screen sharing while you were talking, But the problem, it says, okay, in order to screen share, you have to close and reopen your app. And I'm like, well, God damn it. So I can't.
See, here's the thing. I had a song pop up in my feed where it was a little cartoon man who was singing about just masturbating every now and then and congratulating me on masturbating the exact right amount. So
Did you listen to the song though? When I sent it to you, I said, it's fucking amazing.
It's pretty hilarious, man.
But who dreams this up? What I want to know, you know what? I needed to look it up. I want to see if it's like this.
It's a real tease for the people just listening, man. I mean, we can't really play it for them right now.
Yeah, so, here's the problem. So I just Googled.
Just tell them where to go. Yeah, tell them what.
But I just Googled it to see if I could get behind the scenes. Like, is it a Christian thing or who's telling? And all I'm getting are the ads. There's a Reddit thread talking about unrecognized hypersexuality by Livin' Wellbeing. Let's open it. There's a Facebook link, but I can't find. Oh, here it is. In Cracked, AI Simpson characters are being used to hawk anti-masturbation addiction.
So, hell yeah, dude. It did look like a Simpsons guy.
It did look like a... Oh, no, the Reddit thread is just a link to the ad. But I can't find anything about the company. That's what I want to look. So, Livin'... what did I had it up there. Livin' Self-Discovery Companion. I'm gonna work it out so that I can share these things from now on. This is the first time I've ever wanted to share something and have it live. But my God,
the original version of the song was in Spanish. It was
Bad Bunny
first hit. Yeah, it was called El Self-Discovery Companion. Yeah.
Oh, you know where else I saw Bad Bunny? Is that when I said, oh my God, it's the guy from Bullet Train. Somebody said, dude, he's been on Saturday Night Live, and they sent me like several links. He's really good as an actor. I'm sure he's good as a musician, but he's really good on camera.
Dude, the music's great. The acting's great. He's
Louis C.K. He did that on his show. He did a fake interview on his show, and it went viral because people thought it was real, but it was do you remember he did a news interview and there was a woman, she was like Christians against masturbating, and then it was like the little chyron. So there was a woman that said, and then it cut to him and it said Louis C.K. masturbator, and everybody thought it was real.
I think I do kind of remember.
Yeah, so it just goes viral. Like, oh, that's what he had. Well, that was part of his show. It wasn't a real news interview, but it was really fucking funny. Let's talk about Louis C.K. He went on Real Time. I haven't watched it. Dave Chappelle, I sent you the link. The Riyadh Comedy Festival took place, and you had Mark Maron and Shane Gillis speaking out against it. David Cross spoke out against it. But you have who was it that someone went over and said that it was Sting made him go? He didn't talk to Sting, but Sting gave an interview where he said, I was given the opportunity to go to, I believe it was Uzbekistan, and they're like, why would you go there? It's a dictatorship. And he's like, hey, the people want music. We can't define the people by the government. So if we can approach the people and have an artistic dialogue, we get it. I don't support it. Like, do you want to be judged by Trump? Do you want people to say...
both ways, yeah. I mean,
yeah, I understand
if I'm doing
both.
Dick jokes in another state, it's not like me doing a set there is an automatic endorsement of whoever the governor is. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I get both sides. I get David Cross saying
a little more extreme than that.
Yeah, it is the journalist killing, the women's suppression. But Chappelle and CK both said that the only restriction was no religion, no Muslim, don't talk about Islam, and don't talk about the royal family. And so, who was it? Bill Burr. Bill Burr gave an interview where he said, I started out very timid and they were laughing, and by the end I was just doing my set. And Louis C.K. said that they said, don't talk about the family or religion. He goes, well, I don't talk about Islam or the royal family anyway, so I just did my set. And I believe it was Louis C.K. who said they invited and had a lesbian Jewish comedian at the festival. So I get protesting.
They had Tim Dillon on, but then they fired him because he was saying shit about that. Dude, Tim Dillon's my favorite one on there.
Right?
Like, what the hell happened? Did you know?
No. Tell me.
Oh, it's fucking great, man. So I remembered hearing the podcast where he was talking about Saudi Arabia having slaves, and I saw little clips of it too. He goes on and does this podcast dressed like a Saudi sheik. You know what I mean? Like, he's got the whole everything from head to toe. I'm talking the head stuff, everything. And he's sitting there doing a whole thing where he's going, yeah, Saudi Arabia has slaves, but who cares? They deserve slaves, And he's like making a pro. It's like, no, it's obviously a bit, but I remember thinking like, man, I hope they don't listen to podcasts in Saudi Arabia. Apparently they did. They booted him. They were like, nah, dude. Well, they got mad at him before that. I heard him say, because his manager got a hold of him and said that they were mad about a Rogan interview he did where he was talking about it and said he was going to a comedy festival in Dubai and not Riyadh. And he was like, we have like a rivalry and all that. And so they were already annoyed about that. Yeah. And then this thing where he gives like a pro Saudi slavery thing, like as a bit, but he's going, I'm sure guys who build the skylines there, yeah, they're slaves, but they're proud of the skyline, and they, and it was, you got to watch it. Got him fired from the festival.
I know that there was a lot of talk of slave labor for Qatar for the World Cup, building the stadiums.
Yeah. I mean,
I will say this: my personal experience, and I know I've mentioned this in the past, and it's really quick. But one of my favorite things was, I don't remember where I was. I think it was probably Qatar. I'm pretty sure it was Qatar. But we went to like a disco, and the way you said the full-on chic, seeing guys in full head, like but out on the floor, I'm like, this is awesome. I thought it was great. They were cutting loose, but not just dressed like, but yeah, cutting loose on the dance floor. Like that was awesome to see.
Well, another thing I will say for it, because I definitely get where like people like Mark Maron are coming from, saying, well, this is like when musicians were going to South Africa, basically. Yes.
Until Bruce Springsteen's guitarist.
Yeah, Little Steven,
thank you.
Yeah. Ain't gonna play Sun.
I ain't gonna play Sun City.
They made like a whole rock against apartheid.
It was like a We Are the World, only against
I get why someone would have that attitude.
Yeah.
I also get why someone would have the attitude, kind of like what Sting was saying, where you go, look, man, Saudi Arabia is doing a thing right now where they seem to be at least a little more inclusive on the social stuff. And it's like, look, man, we don't have slavery in this country. We don't have anti-gay laws, but we damn sure used to. And if the rest of the world at the time would have been, I'm not saying they shouldn't have put sanctions on us for certain stuff, but like if they would have completely cut us off, would that made us get rid of stuff like that any faster?
Yeah.
I don't think it would have. You know, I think if somebody's truly trying to kind of change things around a bit, you should maybe encourage them, but know that it's not going to happen overnight. I get why somebody might have that. But I also get why somebody would be like, well, that's not what they're doing. They're still treating people like shit. They're doing like they did in South Africa, where they're only showing you the nice stuff, like they did in Uganda with that movie, the King of Scotland. You know, they're always
not a Hotel Rwanda. Oh, Uganda, Hotel.
Rwanda was the massacre thing.
The massacre. You're talking Forrest Whitaker. I saw that. Yeah, with Professor X, McAvoy.
Because that's how dictators will do it.
Yeah.
The capital city is goddamn beautiful because
North Korea.
They've stolen resources and enslaved the rest of the country and all the good shit there. Yeah, that's essentially what happened. That's what they're saying is going on here. And look, I even get the comics who are being like, they offered me a check. I need the money.
Yeah.
Sorry. You know, like I get that. It's when they start justifying it, saying ridiculous shit. Like I didn't hear the clip of Dave Chappelle, so I've only read it. He might have been making a joke or whatever.
I don't know. I only read it as well.
So I can't really talk on it too much. If he was joking around, like whatever, but he said it's easier to talk in Saudi Arabia than it is America. Like, yeah, dude, how about, if that's true, switch instead of doing jokes about trans people mostly, switch to having a few yucks about the Prophet Muhammad over there. See how that fucking goes for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. It's just the subject. Like, he is probably thinking about the Charlie Kirk thing that just went through, but at the same time, what you just said.
Yeah, he might have been talking about Kimmel, and it's like, a little more closer than, taking blowback from making trans jokes or whatever. Like, that's a little closer to Saudi Arabia in that the government actually did get involved. But there's a big difference between I making all the comics sign a thing saying they will not talk about these topics, or I will throw their ass in prison, or the FCC director kind of threatened the company, and then they hired him back again. Like that is not the same thing as Saudi Arabia with the speech thing.
This has nothing to do with anything, but my favorite meme was Pete Davidson. Did you see the one where he was the Pete Davidson Princess Bride?
No.
So they made him to look up, and he goes, "My name is Indigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to laugh." But they crossed off die, and it said, "Prepare to laugh. You killed my father. Prepare to laugh."
Did Pete Davidson go there?
Yeah, that's what they said. He went over there. So they literally, "My name is Indigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to laugh." Like he was just selling out to the people that killed his dad. I'm like, that's fucking cold.
And again, I even get if somebody is like, look, certain people from Saudi Arabia might have done 9/11. It's not the comedy club booker. You know what I mean?
It's not this.
The comedy club booker is not the one making anti-choice legislation in Texas either. You know,
is America defined by the cult that Timothy McVeigh was in that bombed the Oklahoma building, or the Michigan militia, or it was 19 from but some artists like Slayer, Paul is saying, have to change their set list to play in some other more. Yeah, when you tour around, you don't get to. I get it. Yeah,
I get it. Like if that's their take, fine. If Dave Chappelle really wants to prove he has balls and prove that Saudi Arabia is lighter on the speech thing, again, do a whole set about the Prophet Muhammad. Get a Jeff Dunham style puppet of the King of Saudi Arabia eating a dick or something. Show me you got balls, Dave. Ooh, I'm a fucking tough guy. Yeah, nah, not till you prove it.
Yes. All right. Next story. I just want to touch on this for 1 second because it's my favorite fucking thing in the world. Absolutely.
Let me just say, I do like Dave Chappelle a lot as a comic.
I love him.
This topic, I think.
This one little quote, yeah.
Taken out of context.
Well, you know what? Because you nailed me on the Snoop Dogg thing, where the headlines all said Snoop Dogg said, going to Disney movies are gay.
Yeah. Look what they did to that reporter. You know, and tell me again about free speech.
Yeah.
In Saudi Arabia compared to here. Again, every country, no country is strict on speech if you're only saying things they're like. Nazi Germany would have been very lenient to comedians if they only got up there and had good things to say about the guy with the little mustache.
This is true. All right, clickbait story. I loved this one because I knew before clicking it was going to be a bait and switch because I'm like, this is just so blatant. So I clicked it to see what the bait and switch was. Ted Lasso star says filming with Jennifer Lopez was a nightmare. And I'm like, no celebrity is going to come out and attack their co-star like that right after. You're like, it just doesn't happen. And so you scroll down and he's like, yeah, we filmed all the indoor scenes and they were awesome because we were on a soundstage. But when we filmed outside, the paparazzi was everywhere and that was a nightmare. So he's talking about how situationally it was difficult, but that headline makes it seem like Jennifer Lopez is a fucking pain in the ass. It just beautiful.
It was when you read into it, it's literally everybody but Jennifer Lopez that was being a pain in the ass.
Right.
Yeah.
And I knew there was going to be. I'm just like, okay, right. What is the
because you know they do this or not, and B, it would be bigger news if this guy was just trashing his co-star.
If he was just coming out like, he worked with Jennifer Lopez, he fucking hated her, like. But I'm like, you like even going back to Mission Impossible, I can't think of her name. Rebecca Ferguson came out and said, I learned to stand up for myself after an A-list actor blew up at me. And I had to talk to a tennis ball. I'm like, I will not be on set with. But she refused to name him. Celebrities rarely. Brad Pitt famously has a list of people he will not work with because he doesn't like them. But that's his list. He doesn't like promote it. They never shit talk in public. So this was just to me a fun little like, what's the bait and switch?
Anytime you're talking to a fucking reporter and you're famous or it's about somebody famous or something, you always got to just have your phone going in your pocket.
Yeah, you have to.
They will chop shit up and make it seem like you're saying something crazy.
Absolutely. South Park Jennifer Lopez. That's still one of my favorite episodes. My favorite scene in the South Park Jennifer Lopez episode is when Ben Affleck first meets Jennifer Lopez. And then he gets in the car, and as it drives off, he turns around, and then they just put his face up again. Just the way they put his face as he looks like he's already so smitten. Oh my God, that's my favorite moment in the whole episode. Just he's just looking out the back of the window at Jennifer Lopez.
I haven't seen that one in forever. I forgot all about that episode until you.
Working with Jake is a nightmare. I said up front he looks more purple today. It's Purple Jake.
I'm trying to join the Purple Man group. It's a spinoff.
Yes, I'm happy to say I'm not on Brad Pitt's list. Well, good on you. Clickbait, Jake, and I got Zoom Bomb by Gilbert Gottfried, and you should hear what he said. Ooh, now we must tune in to see what Gilbert Gottfried.
That's right. It was last week. He was speaking through a Ouija board.
Yes. Oh, well, speaking
like that in the afterlife.
I bounced around. I should have done this story next because it ties in with.
Shout out to Sean, though, man. We used to work together at Sirius.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
This story would have segued better with the previous one because we're talking about Chappelle, but I love this. It segues with this one. Clickbait headline. Fox News. Jimmy Kimmel sheds 64% of audience after short-lived rating spike following suspension. So I'm not going to read directly, but here's what happened. Kimmel gets suspended. They announce he's coming back. His first show back. Everybody's interested. Boom. Huge rating spike. Now, before the suspension, I'm going to make these numbers up, but they're in the story. Before the suspension, Kimmel's getting 1 million viewers.
I like that you're going to make them up, but they're in
because I don't feel like... I'm just going to give the example.
It's funny the way you said it.
Here it is. Before the suspension, Kimmel's getting 1 million people a night. The day he comes back,
numbers are good. Wait till you hear my
6 million. And then after that, he drops to 2 million a night. So he has increased his audience, but Fox News, they put that in the story, but all they're really talking about is, after the 6 million one night, people stopped watching. Yes, they did. He had a big spike, but he leveled off above where he was. He increased viewership from 1 to 2 million. You're only talking about how the fact he had one great spike, 6 million, but they all... Of course, they tuned in for the big return, and then they went, okay, but he did gain ground. All they're talking about is... So, I'll read the numbers.
What he was doing before you fucked with him.
He was at 1.7, and now he's at 2.3. So it's... And, yeah, so he gained.
And that is the difference, to Mr. Chappelle, between freedom of speech in America versus the U.S. Here, the government tried to get him off the air, failed. He doubled his viewership. There, they would have cut him up in a hotel room somewhere.
Yeah, they would have chopped him up, and then he would have been in the news because talk show host cut up. If he really wanted to increase his viewership, he should have Bad Bunny on the show. See. Not only would he have viewership, he'd have controversy. They'd be talking about him. That would have been the move to have Bad Bunny on, because then Danica Patrick could say, "How dare Jimmy Kimmel have someone who speaks Spanish on his show?"
Oh shit! Shout out to Paul Kratz too, man.
Jake looks
more like an X-Files creepy villain than normal this week. Hell yeah, dude! I look like the type of dude who went to West Point and joined the FBI and worked in some weird underground
basement.
Because I wanted to fuck an alien. I look like I got into it for the alien sex. I'm going to bang a green lady and I'm going to make reporters disappear.
Is she going to be green, or is she going to be like a Total Recall 3-tittied lady?
I don't know. I'm not picky. Look at me.
All right. I don't really want to talk about this. Women for Trump founder fumes at out-of-control grocery prices. Yeah, guess what? You got had. You got lied to. Trump was going to bring down prices on day one. You got lied to. That's all I have to say about that. Of course, you're just dumb. When 23 Nobel Prize winning economists come out and say vote for Kamala, and you vote for the guy that bankrupted all his industries and didn't pay contractors and put farmers out of business, bankrupted them last time, you don't get to complain about grocery prices. You are stupid. Well, that's what the kids do. Wait, you are stupid. You clap with each word.
Yeah, but luckily, women who voted for Trump know how to take a punch. So I think she's going to be back on the horse in no time.
There you go. You actually look more like that guy that was murdering women and keeping their hair and fingernails. Ed Gein?
Oh, is that Ed Gein?
Well, Ed Gein did women. Jeffrey Dahmer did twinks, but Ed Gein did women. No, Ed Gein.
I think
He didn't
is
murder
a
women.
smart-
He dug them up. Ed Gein went and dug up fresh murders, I think. I'm
Yeah.
almost positive.
I
ISIS.
think I don't know,
Guillermo
but
del Toro?
dude, speaking of Ed Gein and Jeffrey Dahmer, Netflix did just release a series about Ed Gein by the same people that did the one on Dahmer that was very good.
Oh, nice. If you're not going to keep the hair and fingernails, what's the point? But speaking of, well, he said Guillermo. Is Guillermo del Toro? Dude, I tell you this every week because you always tell me to watch something, and I say I don't have Netflix. The trailer for Frankenstein coming out on Netflix looks pretty fucking good.
I haven't even seen that.
Guillermo del Toro directed
dude,
it.
I love Guillermo del Toro, man.
Yeah.
There's a thing.
Oh, there we go. Paul's got X-Files on the brain. That's why he's... did Ed kill too? A fair... Somebody Google. I thought Ed was digging up bodies. Maybe he did kill.
I know. Well, I know they based the movie Psycho on him because he was like wearing his mother's face and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like all that.
Yeah.
He had like her body there.
Oh, Guillermo.
He's a weird fella.
Kimmel's sidekick. I went down.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
Yeah. ISIS. Oh, I get it. ISIS coming for Guillermo. We're talking about Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, I just went somewhere completely wrong with it.
I didn't know who Guillermo was.
I do, but I didn't even think it. That wasn't the first one I thought of. It's his mustached. Yeah. I get it.
It's a damn good joke. We weren't there for you. We let you down, man. But
I look like a cop.
Guillermo del Toro has a really good show on Netflix that he did a few years back called, I think, Closets of Curiosity or Cabinets of Curiosity, something like that. It's a bunch of short horror stories. They're fucking great, man.
All right.
They're great. Especially dude who likes X-Files, check out Cabinets of Curiosities. You're going to love that shit. Especially the goddamn alien one, dude. Ooh, I don't want to give stuff away.
All right, final story. I'm going to skip the Ryder Cup. Dude, fucking the Link climber in China falls to death after unclipping safety harness to take photos. This video is fucking insane.
I ain't seen it.
Oh, I sent you. It's a TikTok and it's all over the news. So this guy, you have people climbing a mountain and they're all tethered together, but then this one guy in the group up ahead just starts sliding down the mountain.
Ooh.
And there's nothing anyone can do. So you just see these heads just sort of casually turn like, oh, we're watching someone die. And what must be going through your head as you're just sliding and going, oh, dude, that's it. Like you are about to, you're slide as like, but just the two people watching, it's like you are completely like, oh, he's dying.
Where is this? This is in China.
It's not Everest. They don't say which mountain. Yeah,
dude, I like climbing, but that kind of shit is like, what are you doing, man?
Well, and this week, a guy fell off Yosemite, I believe. A guy was live streamed Yosemite falling. Yeah,
people die like that all the time, and then in some of these places, it's so far up and so remote that their bodies just stay there. Man.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a dude at somewhere in Everest they just know him as Green Boots.
Yeah.
He just froze it, and they just use him as a landmarker now.
Yes.
They're like, that's Green Boots. Take a left to Green Boots.
I like LED hit. We're going to have to start compiling stats. Like, oh, we lost so many people to cancer, so many people to car accidents, and so many people to selfies. That's what we're going to need to have a stat of how many people got taken out by selfies.
Yeah, wow, man.
Oh, there we go. FBI agent number 3 in the background.
I probably would have been that dude. Here's the thing. I would have been that dude because I like climbing and shit. And I like the idea of selfies and I like drinking at high altitudes. And so I could have seen myself. I'm like, dude, it looks great up here. I know they said not to, but I snuck some vodka up, like it doesn't smell. It's vodka. No one's going to know. And then I'd be up there doing pulls and taking selfies. And, I'd be frozen vodka Jake, just looking like Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining, just selfie phone in one hand, bottle of vodka in the other, just
Tom Petty free falling. I thought when people climb mountains that you had a reasonable expectation of death. Well, yeah, you do. It's just, but how sad is it that you have this reasonable expectation of death, but then you do something so stupid as to like, oh yeah, I'm just going to take a few pictures and just Google guy slide China death. I mean, it's just sliding. And
Dude,
he didn't have an ice pick. If he had one, he could have like kunk and caught himself. But he's just like, that's it, sliding. Yeah, you're done.
I mean, if you're climbing and you think you got good enough footing, I could see taking a selfie. But then it's also like
It does look like they're at a peak.
Right,
like
that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
it doesn't look like the type of. Because when you first said it, I was picturing a dude.
Yeah, just like cliffhanger. Yeah, no.
I'm picturing that. Like, no, they're just like in a spot where they seem to be just walking. But I mean,
which one is the photographer that put his parachute on? I don't know that one. All right, well, we're out of time. A hiker fell to his death while climbing a mountain in Sichuan, China after reporting untying a saber. So, yeah, Sichuan. All right. Okay, there we got it. That's what we got for today. Thanks for tuning in, TikTok. Once again, we ignored you. I love the fact that people join for 1 second and then just fucking click off. But YouTube, we love you because we can interact with you and talk and have fun.
Out what the hell's going on with this camera too? I know I keep saying that every week.
Well, I am gonna reboot everything so that next week, again, this is the first time, Jacob. We've been doing this for over 10 years. This is the first time I've actively wanted to share something. But let me see if I can find it again. I already scrolled away. Where's my? There it is. Everybody, Google Livin' Self-Discovery Companion. It's an anti-masturbation app, and volume up. The song is hilarious. All right. I have been Nathan Timmel. You can find all things me at nathantimmel.com. 1 hour special on YouTube, Unapologetic, t-shirt store, books, everything. My good friend is Jake Vevra. He's a little purple right now. I know if you turn yellow, it means you've got gaunt. You're gaunt. Maybe you need lime. You need some citrus. We don't know what the purple disease is, but you can find him at Jake Vevra, Vevera, on all social medias. And you can find his special Unalived by Dog Pills on YouTube. Yeah, I'm around next Saturday. I have a Friday show in Bismarck, North Dakota, and I'm going to leave immediately after the show and drive home overnight. It's like 16 hours.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, I'll text you in the morning. I should be good to go.
Know,
I'll come home. I'll chug a Celsius, my poison. You like the Monster. I will chug. But yeah, I'm driving home overnight from Bismarck, North Dakota. So if anybody out there is in Bismarck, North Dakota, come to 1603 Main Events on Friday the 10th. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
I look like a young, sexy Grimace back when he was in shape. Yeah.